So what are the odds reciprocal tariffs do come next week?
I have absolutely no idea. He does seem to want to do it. But he also, now I think I'm starting to see a pattern in the chaos, which is that he threatens the tariff. Countries come through with an offer to spend money, and the tariffs magically go away. So he did that with Mexico, who sent 10,000 National Guard troops to the border. He did that with Canada, and also cracking down on drug trafficking, what little there is over the Canadian border. And today, the Japanese Prime Minister, Ishiba, was saying, I will invest $1 trillion in the United States. I will invest in U.S. steel. I will spend money on this. I will spend money on that in the United States. So it could be that even though Japan tariffs U.S. goods, that those never materialize, coming back from the United States. That's just been the pattern.
So I guess we'll have to see if this actually happens next week. We'll also have to see if next week we actually get some kind of detail on the House's plan for a budget resolution, the first step toward budget reconciliation. They met for hours at the White House about this yesterday, but the Senate gets to dine, or at least Senate Republicans do, some of them, with the president at Mar-a-Lago tonight. So it's a question now of who's going to get to go first, right?
Exactly. And who does Trump hear from last, as we discussed earlier today? Trump has a pattern of going with the last voice he heard. So it could be that, the House Republicans got their say a day or so ago, and tonight John Thune and his crew of Senate Republicans get their say. Maybe they'll come out ahead, although Mike Johnson will be at the Super Bowl with Trump, so who knows? But right, remember the Senate wants 2 bills, one to deal with taxes and one to deal with border and energy. And Mike Johnson wants to do what Trump called during the campaign, one big, beautiful bill that will cover everything, which will be a mess to get done legislatively.
Well, especially when you have conservatives in the House looking for steep spending cuts to go along with this. It's unclear where all of that can come from, but it's also clear that it's not just Congress that is looking at reducing government spending, as the Department of Government Efficiency is already well at work in that effort. And of course, Elon Musk, through that, one of his priorities, it seems, at least in recent days, is he'd like to see USAID go away. It was tonight, Wendy, that 2,200 USAID employees were expected to be forced to go on leave. A judge here has now temporarily blocked that, but this is far from over, right?
It's far from over. I mean, first of all, they will appeal. Second of all, they seem to they want this agency dead. They want it gone. And they've already made steps to fold it into the State Department. They have put out a list of crimes that Elon Musk says they have committed, which were largely misleading or inaccurate. Much of it was money that came from the State Department in the first place. And so, we'll see if this judge's ruling is temporary. That gives them a chance to appeal and to argue it. But right now, 2,200 workers and the people who work for the contractors who get money from USAID are all, they don't know when their next paycheck is coming.